The Ford Pro Stock Final, 16 laps on this very demanding Assiniboia racetrack. Again, I said normally thoroughbreds here, but those ponies are Skidoos, Arctic Cats, Polaris. They're about to tear it up.
This is a much rougher track than the oval here, too.
Let's see who gets the whole shot. It looks like Skidoo, the 7C of Blair Morgan, out in front. Sean Crapo, the number 3 Arctic Cat, in second on the outside. Can he hold it?
Well, I tell you, this is exactly what Morgan needed to do, and I know I've been harping about it, but when he gets in traffic and he's not in control, like I bumps him, he changes lines, that's when he has problems. But when he's out front like this, Robbie, he's just cooking it. TJ Gula has had an off.
TJ Gula goes down and down hard. Hopefully he's all right, having problems in that first lap on the Polaris, but having no, whoa, little bar banging, little love tap there to get things going. Morgan, Sean Crapo in second. Let's take a look at who's back in that number 3 spot. It looks like the number 90.
Yep, Brad Pitlick, and the bumping, I believe, was Ken Ibsen. But while they were bumping and grinding, a guy named Ryan Simons came through, and we are under a yellow here. Ooh, that's Ryan Simons.
And boy, yellow flag is out. It looks like TJ Gula.
Uh-oh, we've got a potential situation here because Ken Ibsen going into that yellow zone was behind Simons. And when we picked him up, right as they went by Gula, Ibsen was in front. So, and that is absolutely against the rules.
We'll see how the officials or what they have to say about that. As TJ Gula is still down, he's off the track. And again, whenever a yellow flag is being waved, that is a signal to the riders. Do not pass. We have an injured rider down, and first and foremost is safety. Again, Blair Morgan's out in front trying to check things out. Ken Ibsen sticks a nose in, and can he make it? No, just shut the door a little bit. Brad Pitlick.
Oh, he squared up nice there.
Pitlick is just swerving left and right, saying, you're not getting by me. If you're going to do it, you're going to have to go the long way. You're going to have to go around on the outside. Brad Pitlick to the right, Ken Ibsen on the left. Ibsen sticks the nose in, but again, shuts the door. Pitlick is doing the right thing. If you're not faster, you better block like crazy. And it looks like Ken Ibsen is getting the black flag. The officials have said, yes, he did make a pass. And Ken Ibsen is a black flag recipient. That means that he must pull over for whatever reason. You've got to pull over.
Well, see, he's making that turn now and coming up toward the start stand. We'll see if the flag, there it is. You saw the black, and there's the black again. Holding it up, pointing it at the rider. Now, in Pitlick's defense, or Ibsen's defense here, he's been making an outside move on Pitlick as they come to that jump, and he may be blind to that flag. He may not even see the starter, Wade Klenner.
So Brad Pitlick moves into the number 3 spot. We drop Ibsen back unofficially. Or I guess officially now.
Yeah.
He tried making a pass. The black flag is official that you're going to get. Is Blair Morgan our leader right now. So unfortunate for Ken Ibsen, the guy who won in that first stop at Duluth, takes the black flag. Now, if he pulls over and receives it, they can say, hey, you stop, and then they'll let him go again. But first he has to pull over.
Well, he's got to drop all the way to the back, but it still at least gives you some opportunity to do something. However, if you ignore that black flag, you're going to end up just disqualified, and that's what he's facing right now.
Now you're seeing Brad Pitlick, the number 90 Skidoo. Ryan Simons starting to charge hard now. Look at him diving to the inside, not able to make the pass.
Well, I think what he was trying to do was to get that cat rotated and then get to the throttle a little bit sooner and run down the inside of Pitlick. And as you pointed out, Robbie, Pitlick's like he's got eyes in the back of his head as he's been closing the door. So Simon says, fine, let's take it. Oh, and did Pitlick take the bait? But look at the repass, or at least the attempt.
Back and forth they go. Now Ryan Simons moves into the number, what is that, 3 or 4 position? Now that you got the black flag, I believe it moves him into the number 4.
Yep, 3rd spot, actually. You see the edge of the blue flag, which is being shown to those guys to let him know that a faster guy is coming up. And along with that blue is the white flag. So this is it.
There's Crapo. White flag is out. Crapo a little more than 1/2 the race or the lap left on that back straightaway.
Oh, Morgan had a little problem there.
A little bobble hits that tabletop. He's very tentative though, but that lap traffic in front of him. And here comes Crapo. Crapo dives to the inside. Crapo with 2 turns remain looks over and says, I got you. Can you believe that? Now it's going to be a drag race down this front straightaway. Greg Creamer, Sean Crapo makes the pass with 1 turn remaining. Hand up in the air, and boy, Blair Morgan goes You have got to be kidding me.
Unbelievable. Crapo snuck by him, 2 corners to go. It was incredible, but really I think traffic is what played this situation. As we go to the replay, there you see Judnick right in front. There's Crapo, the number 3. Now Morgan's going his normal high line, but look at Judnick. He drifts over, so instead of staying high, Morgan now crosses to the inside. Now watch the landing. He hit something, a little rut. See that?
A little cross.
It just scooted him. He had to muscle the sled back in. See, it hit that hole. He had to muscle the sled back up, and that killed his momentum. And here comes Crapo. As Crapo's got the run, Morgan goes high, boom, Crapo just jumps in, does a beautiful block pass. That's Morgan getting some of his own medicine, because he's the best at that. And watch this right here. It's all over. Crapo looks back, and I don't know whether he says, got ya, or whether he says, I pulled it off.
As Sean Crapo takes the win, hand up in the air. But remember, Ken Ibsen, he won the first round in Duluth. He's saying, I should not have been black flag. I did what I was supposed to do.
No way, Titus, no way.
Now, Titus right there, that's our assistant race director, Blair Bodley, and right there in the orange jacket is Nathan Titus, a racer of great, of course, they called him title, he won championships, and he's now one of our race directors. Let's see, we listen in.
The guys to go down low. Yeah. No way, come on now.
That's Bubba, one of the team members.
Corner worker, Bodley's upstairs, and I saw the same thing. He was going in the corner, you were behind Simons coming out of the corner, the sled was in the corner, Simons went high, you went low, you were behind Simons coming to the sled. When you came past the sled, you were in front of Simons.
Now obviously he's going to argue, but there is no doubt that was clearly a pass of the eye.
Sean Crapo takes win, followed by Blair Morgan, Ryan Simons, Brad Pitlick, and Carl Kuster. Now down to Jerry Bernardo with a very happy Sean Crapo.
The big story, first year as a pro, first pro win, you just chased down Blair Morgan, passed him on the last lap. Describe that emotion. I mean, I saw you pumped inside your helmet.
Yeah, I mean, got out to a good start and just held in behind him for the whole race till the last lap and kind of set him up and just blocked past him in that bottom corner and felt real good.
Last year, Rookie of the Year, now your first pro win here at Winnipeg. Congratulations, Sean.
Yeah, thank you.
Sean Crapo jumps his way into the series points lead with his first win of the year. Now he's 2 points ahead of Blair Morgan. That's it for the Pro Stock. When we come back, it's the Pro Open, the Bad Boys from Assiniboia Downs in Winnipeg, Canada.
Here's our starting lineup, and there's somebody to watch in the back row for sure, 2 of them, Mike Island and Kent Ibsen in back.
Waiting for that green flag, the start of our Pro Open about to get underway. They're off, and you want to be on that inside. Looks like Skidoo pushing them wide. Steve Martin had the whole shot, but did he drift too far?
Morgan got absolutely bottled up, and Sean Crapo is off.
Trying to restart that Arctic Cat. All right, he does get it going. Not too much of a loss. He sees them ahead of him. And Earl Reimer, last week's winner, goes down. The 2 favorites already out of it, or we say out of it, but we saw what happened in that first race.
He's going to be so far back. It's unbelievable. And finally, Gula gets a little luck. And Kuster, he used that lean over and dig the track into the snow, cornering approach, really, and rocking it into third. Got by Tate. What a good run.
Steve Martin is out in front right there, number 18. TJ Gula just behind, sticking a nose in on the inside, not able to make it stick right there. But Steve Martin looks very impressive. Right at number 18 out of Evanston, Wyoming on the Formula XPN Skidoo. And here goes Gula.
Gula just had a little smoother line, exiting the hairpin and drove by him and got cleanly by before that right-hand king. And then Kuster just got him too.
Kuster goes to the inside, takes over position. And man, Carl Kuster is on the move right now. TJ Gula's out in front trying to check out. But man, look at those riders pounding in the face of those jumps.
Oh, there goes Ekstrom right around the outside of Martin. So Martin got the whole shot, Robbie, but he's fading. We still got 9 laps to go.
9 laps remaining. It's a 16-lap final here in the Pro Open. These are modified sleds. I mean, these are some bad boys, over 170 horsepower. Oh! Rider down, and Morgan lands on the top of Johnny Mold.
Morgan totally misjudged that, I'm guessing. I think he thought Mold would be taking a little tighter line into the corner, and he hit that bump and it kind of angled left on him. He put a ski right on Mold's back, and both are up. tell you, WSA requires body armor underneath all that gear, and you just saw why. That is exactly what it's all about. Let's go back and take a look at it. And you see, there's Morgan angling toward the turn. You see how Mold kind of scooted out on him? Bang!
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Mold did not triple in or double into the turn that time. He doubled up. As you know, there are no air brakes on these sleds.
Oh, no.
Morgan he could do nothing when he's in the air.
Nope, he just misjudged it a little bit. Mold sort of surprised him, and like you said, when you're airborne, whatever happens, happens. But Booster has closed up on Gula big time. And remember, he got hurt. Remember that crash earlier, and he was, pointing to his back, and he was sore from a crash in the loop. So, he's off. He's off. He's just hanging there.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he's not moving either.
Going down. Hopefully everything is all right. Might have had a little contact when Kuster got by.
Yeah, it was tough to see because Kuster, we were on the other side of Kuster's sled, but he looked kind of ragdoll before he even went, fell off the sled completely. We'll have to see.
Let's take a look at what happened here. He looks all right there, lands on the downside, but I think it's right here. He takes off a little crooked.
Yeah, you see it rotating. He lands on the back, and that jolts him, and he comes off, and he's just being dragged along there, and then Kuster goes by,
you
and you can see, yep, watch the movement. Kuster just must have clipped him and got him in the helmet, and I think he rang TJ's bell pretty good.
That's why you wear protective equipment, ladies and gentlemen. Any type of racing, even recreational riding, I suggest you do that. Carl Kuster, 47C. He wants to see that checkered flag. One more turn remains, and he will do that.
What a great story. Kuster always in Morgan's shadow and steps out of it firmly today.
Yes, no longer in the shadow. A little cross-up. Carl Kuster, the Pro Open champion here at the Canadian Open. Very befitting. A Canadian rider takes the win.
You realize we've had 2 first-time winners today. Sean Crapo got pro stock.
Sean Crapo moves his way all the way up into the number 7 spot.
What a great ride.
Yes, very impressive. But Carl Kuster was the story today. He takes the win. And DJ Ekstrom and Tate, the Polaris teammates of that AMSOIL team, are 2nd, 3rd respectively, but the day goes to Carl Kuster.
Now the Blair Morgan crew is beaming with the big mod winner, Carl Kuster. Listen, you got out there, you had a little bit of a chase going on behind TJ Gula. Unfortunately, crashed, went down, then you moved in the lead. A little heat coming from behind from TJ Ekstrom. Did you feel it?
Yeah, I could hear him in the back there a little bit, and we were just trying to ride my own race, and I was trying to have some fun out there. And I don't know if you can tell on the TV or not, but it's extremely tough to see all the deep bumps that are out there, so it was pretty good.
Representing for Canada, in Canada. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Carl Kuster takes the Pro Open final. Let's take a look at results from the Pro Stock. Overall, your leader is Sean Crapo after the win today, followed by Morgan, Simons, the semi-pro in 3rd, Pitlick, and Ekstrom.
And in the Pro Open point lineup, Kuster with his win takes the lead. Ekstrom 2nd. Reimer, though, still there in 3rd.